Let me ask you something real. Have you ever told someone your big plan and suddenly felt the fire disappear? You said you'd wake up at 5 a.m. You posted the gym story. You told your friends about your business idea. For a moment, it felt powerful. You felt productive, disciplined, driven, but days later, nothing changed. Because you received the reward before you earned it. That's where most people lose. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack opportunity, but because they leak their power through noise. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In today's world, that translates to one brutal command. Stop announcing. Start becoming. Look around. You argue in comment sections trying to prove you're right. You explain yourself to people who already decided not to understand you. You defend your choices to those who never built anything themselves. And while you're busy talking, someone else is studying, someone else is training, someone else is building quietly. They don't post the early mornings. They don't announce the setbacks. They don't broadcast their strategy. They just improve. And one day, you look up, and they're ahead. That's the power of silence. Silence is not weakness. It is stored energy. Deep thinking is not overthinking. It is sharpening the blade before battle. Winning quietly is not hiding. It is protecting your preparation phase. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The loudest person in the room is usually the most insecure. The quietest person is usually observing. And the observer learns patterns. The observer sees mistakes. The observer waits then strikes once. And it's enough. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Reaction is where most people expose themselves. A colleague undermines you. Your chest tightens. You want to respond immediately, but reacting is predictable, and predictable people are easy to control. Silence in that moment is not surrender. It's discipline under pressure. Modern psychology confirms this. Between stimulus and response, there is a pause. And in that pause lives power. Most people never train it. They fire back instantly. They argue instantly. They decide instantly. Impulse feels powerful, but impulse is expensive. How many friendships ended because of one sentence spoken in anger? Words cannot be recalled once released. The Stoics understood this deeply. Seneca warned, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about your own life. How many battles have you fought in your head? That never happened? How much stress was self-created? Your mind, untrained, becomes your enemy. But disciplined silence forces clarity. Before reacting, you ask, is this worth my energy? Will this matter in 5 years? Am I defending truth or my ego? Deep thinking means questioning yourself first. When conflict happens, most people analyze the other person. The Stoic analyzes himself. Did I escalate that? Was I seeking validation? Did my pride need to win? That level of honesty is rare, but it creates growth. If the same problems follow you into different jobs, friendships, relationships, at some point, you must ask, am I the common denominator? That question hurts, but it builds power. Thinking beyond the moment is another Stoic weapon. Most people live inside the next 5 minutes. They choose what feels good now. They say what feels dominant now. They quit what feels hard now. But every decision compounds. One skipped workout becomes a lifestyle. One angry outburst becomes a reputation. One lazy habit becomes identity. The present moment builds the future. Control this moment, and you control direction. Now, it's talk about underestimation. Most people hate being underestimated, but it's an advantage. When people don't see you as a threat, they relax. They reveal themselves. They stop preparing. While they're dismissing you, you're studying them. While they're talking, you're building. Confidence does not announce itself. Insecurity does. When you constantly prove your intelligence, your ambition, your potential, you reveal doubt. But when you allow underestimation, you become unpredictable, and unpredictable is powerful. Finally, the ultimate test. Can you win when nobody is watching? Can you stay disciplined without applause? Can you work hard without posting it? Can you improve without needing recognition? If you need applause to continue, you're driven by ego. And ego collapses when validation disappears. True strength is private. The workout nobody saw. The temptation you resisted alone. The standard you maintained when mediocrity would have gone unnoticed. Those victories build character. Public wins only reveal it. So here's the shift. Be silent when baited. Think deeply before acting. Build without announcing. Improve without explaining. Win without needing applause. In a world addicted to noise, mastering silence is rebellion. In a culture obsessed with performance, choosing substance is power. Let others talk. Let others perform. Let others chase attention. You build quietly, relentlessly, strategically, because real strength doesn't argue. Real wisdom doesn't broadcast. Real victory doesn't need witnesses. Move like a quiet storm, and when the results arrive, they won't need explanation.